Sometimes with buildings like Shoreland, people consider them to be at the end of their life, their effective life, because they weren't built with a big parking garage, and they don't meet the norms of what the pro forma is today on new residential construction. But, in saving it, it's saving a piece of Chicago's history.
It was a place that when you talked with everyone that we talked with during the community development process, they knew about Shoreland. They lived in Shoreland. They got married in Shoreland. They might have had a dinner in Shoreland. There's a specialness to the place that I think that if we could only approximate what it once was when it was built, we would be very proud of what we've done here. We've found Hyde Park to be a tremendous place to invest. It's an intelligent population that respects and values history and respects buildings like the Shoreland. Folks understand what we're doing and value what we're doing beyond just the economics value of a community that has tremendous historic assets, but also tremendous physical attributes that make it unique and special.
Shoreland is really interesting because it was part of this grand, elegant buildings done in the 1920s that were addressing the lakefront and the lakeshore. And it's just this classic building that has been so it's sleepy and underutilized until now. And it was originally designed as a hotel. And hotels of that era, they have beautiful community spaces, tall ceilings, very elegantly proportioned rooms. And those spaces, just think of that transformed to social spaces for the community who lives in Shoreland.
There's several things that she did in respecting what was the original architecture and the original intent of the building when it was first originally designed and when it was first commissioned. There's always a sense of discovery. There's a part of archaeology to what we're doing here.
When you're working within the constraints of the existing core and shell of the building, and as you start to peel back the layers, because over the years people put layers upon layers and layers, and you can discover some things that are problematic, but also some things that are really cool. And we found a few really cool things that we ended up implementing or keeping in the design.
In a certain way, she brought back those basic tenets of what was here in the public spaces, and reinstating this courtyard space, keeping with the Art Deco lobby space and what its original design was. And then having some interventions, I think, will set the tone for a historic building, but with some modern elements to sort of juxtapose each other and make those two elements read stronger together.
When we put new things in, we want them to read as new things and then keep the qualities of what the building looked like originally. It's almost a motto: start with what's there. Look at what's there and look at how interesting it is and what the qualities are, and then how can we insert our new things to complement but not destroy what's there, but not try to mimic it either.
We think that people value what is here today and that they are looking for something to be part of the history, to be part of the story of what Shoreland was about is actually something that people may not be able to articulate in a certain way when they are renting an apartment, but when they walk into the space and they feel the history, they feel the abundance of ceiling height, the soaring monumental windows, that they understand what's special about this space and they get it. And that translates into people wanting to live here and wanting to spend a good part of their lives here.